it's Lita. Hope you're all amazing, and if you are not, hope my video puts a smile on your festive faces and makes you laugh. I'm at least festy. Red ribbon, that counts. I have a tree. I have a mascot Lita with a blue hat, so that covers that. Welcome back to day 8 of the 12 Days of Anime, Boiling Edition. And it is pretty damn warm still. For day 8, I'm truly ecstatic for what we're going to be talking about. Earlier on this year, I finally completed a series that I started sometime at the end of last year and finally got around to completing season 2 because this series has like 50 episodes. Like, what series could possibly have 50 episodes? And earlier this year, I also did a podcast with some 3 dudes discussing this series, and I will link the podcast down below if you guys after this wanted to go have a listen. It's like 2 hours long, but I'll still leave it down below. This 12 Days of Anime would not be complete without some mecha talk, and especially Gundam. Yeah, we're going to be talking about Gundam 00. The podcast I did with was DJ M, was Drac, and also my friend Mechanical Anime Reviews Scott, who is a fellow blogger. These dudes love Gundam 00 as much as me, and it was so fun during the course of this year talking about Gundam 00 with them, and also shout out to Hazel and K-Chan Anime Reviews, who we all love this one show. And I will give a brief synopsis of what this series is about for those who actually have never watched Gundam and that, because as we know with Gundam, it can have its really complicated plots. Trust me, I can only understand things to the fullest extent. Gundam 00 is set in a futuristic setting, and it's a time where fossil fuels are running out, and there's 3 main nations that are fighting over these fossil fuels, and a organization known as Celestial Being comes into play with the intent of eradicating all war. And of course they use the Gundam mechas to do this. And of course they have their main 4 pilots, which is Setsuna, Lock-on Stratus, Teria, and Hallelujah. So that's the basic premise of the story, because there's such a bigger picture here. Obviously 50 episodes, and then there's a movie, The Trailblazer, which is the conclusion. So, you know, there's a lot to swallow in when you dive into Gundam 00. And I loved every second of this show. There's not been one Gundam that I've not liked, and I doubt I will ever not like any Gundam series. I feel like it's just impossible, because Gundam 00 does this incredible thing of its part of its world setting to reflect of the real world, especially with its nations. So one nation is reflecting a part of Asia, the other is reflecting a part of the USA. It does this so well. It's like a reflection of this real world, and also facing a lot of cultural aspects. 4 main pilots all have different backgrounds. For example, Setsuna background is set like in a republic setting, where it's kind of like, it makes me think about, you know, the war that's been going on in Afghanistan. He's from that setting. And Alleluia is a super soldier who was experimented on. Each of these pilots have their own intentions and goals of why they joined Celestial Being, and they all have the same goal, that they want to eradicate war, but for all their different reasons. And Gundam 00 also, just the fantastic coverage on backstory with its characters, even the side characters, is fantastic. Like, it's so detailed. I really got invested with these, like, especially the 4 main pilots. You know, I just felt for them, especially even the side characters, just everyone who gets caught up in this one war, like, I became swallowed up in. It was exactly how it was for me when I watched Gundam Seed. That's definitely one of the biggest strong points about Gundam 00. All of its main cast of characters, even though how huge it is, it still takes the time to cover, you know, some backstory on each of them, and, you know, how they're going to be affected in the war, learning about their personal goals and intentions, of why they involve themselves in the war. Of course, there's an alien scientific part in the plot as well. It is a seriously underlooked Gundam series. It is. It does its storytelling so well, and I would definitely watch this series again. There's no doubt in my mind. I hadn't felt that way since I watched Gundam Seed, to be honest, about a Gundam series again, and Gundam 00 did that for me. And I have to thank obviously everyone that I have mentioned earlier that got me really on the ball to finally finish the goddamn series this year. So thank you guys. Of course, I have to mention the battles were so epic. All the machines were beautiful. All the mecha machines, especially Setsuna's Exia. Seriously, there's been so many good moments battle-wise. Just Gundam 00 gave me everything I was feeling when I first watched Gundam Seed. The only thing that was not there really was the romance part, which I kind of obviously enjoy a little bit in Gundam series. There was a little bit, but there wasn't a lot because it was hugely focused on the main plot and what was going on in terms of the war. So yeah, romance factor, if you're looking for a lot of that, I don't think you're going to find it a lot in Gundam 00, but definitely Gundam Seed, you can definitely get that. You should definitely watch Gundam Seed. If you would love to recommend me a Gundam show, leave it down below. I will tell you guys so far what I've seen. I've seen Seed, Destiny, Unicorn, obviously 00. I've seen Gundam Wing, but that was over 10 years ago and I still need to rewatch the thing. And honestly, that's all so far. Oh yes, and Iron-Blooded Orphans. Yes, Iron-Blooded Orphans. I saw that one as well. Which, by the way, earlier this year, I actually did a podcast with the Buildcasters. They're a new mecha podcast. We discussed Iron-Blooded Orphans, which was a fantastic time. So I'm going to leave that podcast linky down below for you guys to go listen if you would really like to. That was a lot of fun to do. I feel privileged that I got to do 2 podcasts about Gundam series. Yes. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. You had a jam. We talked about some mecha. Maybe I convinced you to go try Gundam, maybe. Tomorrow's day 9, so what clue can I give you for day 9? Let me see. Oh, so tomorrow I'm going to be talking about another mecha show. But this one is not all mecha. It's not. I'd say it's more like sci-fi mecha, but yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 9 of the 12 days of anime. Bye for now.